so we're rolling.
And I'll try once it starts.
Okay. I am making this notice in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Laws of the State of New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting a copy on the bulletin board at Borough Hall, forwarding a copy to the local source, Star Ledger, and the Home News Tribune, and is posted on the Borough website at least 48 hours prior to this meeting. This meeting is contained on a list of meetings set by resolution on January 3rd, 2024, and as amended by Resolution 2024-99 dated March 6, 2024. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Mayor Karlovic?
Here.
Councilman Boyle?
Here.
Councilman Finestrella?
Here.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Here.
Councilman Worrell?
Here.
Councilman Scarice?
Here.
Councilman Zimmerman?
Okay, we are pulling from the agenda the council meeting minutes for September 4th, 2024. Is there a motion to accept and approve the following minutes from the closed session of September 18th, 2024 and October 2nd, 2024?
Motion.
Second. Roll call.
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Worrell?
Yes.
Councilman Scarice?
Yeah.
Okay, this evening I have a proclamation for veterans for Greenlight. Whereas the residents of the Borough of Kenilworth have great respect, admiration, and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community in the armed forces. Whereas the contributions and sacrifices of those who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And the Borough of Kenilworth seeks to honor individuals who have made countless sacrifices for freedom by placing themselves in harm's way for the good of all. Whereas veterans continue to serve our community in the American Legion, veterans of foreign wars, religious groups, civil service, and by functioning as veteran service officers in 29 states to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year. And approximately 200,000 service members transition to civilian communities annually, and an estimated 20% increase of service members will transition to civilian life in the near future. Whereas studies indicate that 44 to 72% of service members experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life. Active military service members transitioning from military service are at high risk for suicide during their first year after military service. Whereas the National Association of Counties encourages all counties, parishes, and boroughs to recognize Operation Greenlight for veterans. And the Borough of Kenilworth appreciates the sacrifices of our United States military personnel and believes specific recognition should be granted. Now therefore be it resolved, the Borough of Kenilworth hereby declares from November 4th through Veterans Day, November 11, 2024, a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifice of our men and women in uniform transitioning from active service. Therefore, be it resolved that in observance of Operation Greenlight, the Borough of Kenilworth encourages its citizens in patriotic tradition to recognize the importance of honoring all those who have made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve freedom by displaying green lights in a window of their place of business or residence from November 4th through November 11, 2024. In witness hereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovic, have hereunto signed my name and officially caused the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed this 16th day of October. Okay, I just want to remind everyone that Carve It Out Kenilworth will be at Borough Hall in the parking lot on October 27th at 5 p.m. It should be a lot of fun. I hope everyone can come out. And it's with mixed emotions that I stand here today to officially accept the resignation of our Borough Clerk, Angela Lazzari. Angela has been a dedicated public servant, playing an essential role in keeping the operations of our town running smoothly and efficiently. Her commitment to this office in a short time that she has been here has left a lasting positive impact on our borough, and for that we owe her our deepest gratitude. The role of Borough Clerk is often one that operates behind the scenes, ensuring that the gears of local government turn without interruption, from keeping accurate records to facilitating meetings and making sure that our residents are well served. Angela has executed these responsibilities with professionalism and excellence. While I'm saddened to see Angela leave, I respect her decision and extend my heartfelt thanks for her service. I wish her all the best in her future endeavors, knowing that she will excel wherever she goes. Please join me in expressing our collective appreciation for her hard work and dedication to our borough. Thank you very much. We wish you the best. I won't cry.
So much.
Thank you for everything that you have done for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the finance report. Councilman Fenestrella.
Thank you, Mayor. It's not much to report. The Finance Committee met last Tuesday, the 8th, and we discussed several shared service agreements to kick around and save the town some money. Besides that, October 31st is the last day to file for the senior freeze, so anyone that meets the criteria to freeze their taxes, I believe it's 65 and older, or something like that, at a certain income range. And also on November 30th, 2024, is Anchor, the Anchor deadline, so make sure you get the Anchor into, or either call or go online. You should have gotten a notice in the mail about a month ago. And if you didn't, I guess call the state. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Works, Councilman Boyle.
I don't have a lot either. I'm going to keep it short. The new truck number 29 has arrived and is in service. Leaf pickup begins on October 28th on the north side and November 4th on the south side. Several trees have been planted at the parks thanks to a county grant, and a handicapped ramp has been installed at the DPW office to make it easily accessible. And I just wanted to thank Craig. I saw the streets painted, the curbs, and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Councilman. Planning and Zoning, Councilman Morrow.
Thank you. I'll start with the planning board, where we recently had a meeting on October 10th. At the meeting, the board memorialized a few dealings that happened at the meeting or two before, and there wasn't any new business at the time to discuss, so that's it there. Next meeting will be on November 14th, right here. For zoning and code enforcement, October is shaping up to actually be a very busy month. Last month, or at the prior meeting, I was able to talk about September, where we had about 4 zoning complaints. And at this point in October, we've seen 4 zoning complaints turn into notice of violation. So we're off to a very bad start, I'd say. We've had notices so far issued for illegal housing in town. One for non-permitted business operations operating out of a single-family dwelling in a residential neighborhood. One for a refusal to move an RV that's been parked in a driveway for several weeks, and one a sidewalk issue on the 3rd time showing up. So just everybody realize code enforcement is out there. They take somewhat of a passive attitude around things and don't really come down on residents too hard, but when the complaints start coming in, they have to respond. I did not like looking at the list so far this month in October. But as far as code enforcement goes, we've actually only had 3 complaints sent in. 2 were handled accordingly, very minor issues, and 1 is still currently under investigation. I'll have more about that at the next meeting. But that's all I have for today, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Scarice.
Thank you, Mayor. Recreation and Homer Club, registrations are available. they're looking for candy donations. Obviously, Halloween's coming up. For seasonal crafts, we have 18 people registered so far. There'll be crafts for November and December we're looking at. Halloween Spectacular, looking at, as you mentioned, October 26th. And a lot of vendors and stuff, and even paintball. Didn't put that together. Basketball, registrations are also open, and looking for our young people to sign up for them. And so everything's through Community Pass except for Carve It Out, which Mayor previously mentioned that you can just show up. December 21st, 6 and 8, trying to put together the ice skating night at One Acre Park. And also looking into some roller skating nights. I don't know if those are set, or are just
Ice skate night is set, and roller skate night is set.
they're all set. All right, so we have December 26th set for roller skating. It'll be 2 hours dedicated to that. And that will be down at the facility in Woodbridge, and obviously all information will be available on the website for details. And that's all I have, Mayor, this time.
Thank you. Education, Health, and Human Services, Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start with the school board. We had our meeting last night, and we met the new principal, who actually his first day was yesterday, John Perillo, 30 years of education experience. So I'm glad to see that he's here in the beginning of this year, and everybody's excited about his new ideas that may be coming to Brierley and moving forward. Superintendent Davies announced a tech-free Friday, which is October 25th. All the teachers and students are operating tech-free. Teachers have to go old school. Blackboards, chalk. He's trying to institute something like that very often, being mindful of how kids are growing up today, being tech dependent, building their social skills, and teachers really getting back to, or I shouldn't say getting back to, but interacting in a different way with the kids. So I think that'll be a learning experience for all involved. So that's the first day, and he was encouraging the parents to maybe bring that home, if not for just that day, maybe the whole weekend. So that's Friday, October 25th. The new slab was poured for the addition, so that is moving forward nicely. And all the renovations at Brierley and at the field are like 99% complete down to punch list items. So that was good to hear. The library has a multitude of events going on in October. They have cursive writing for kids on October 22nd and 29th. Still available, and then they have, again, November 5th and 12th. There's Italian American Heritage Celebration tomorrow night between 7 and 8, and a Halloween show on October 24th between 7 and 8, along with all their traditional activities that they have. But, and I'm sure a lot of people see it, in the Kenilworth Life, almost the whole page is with all of the October activities, and they have it every month for the library, and I hope everybody keeps a copy of this, because it's so much more than I could report on a council meeting, and there's a lot of diversity with day classes, evening classes, adults, kids. So I encourage everybody to go on their website or keep this article that comes out in the Kenilworth Life paper, or stop in and get a copy of what's going on. As far as the seniors, they have the health nurse will be there Monday, October 28th, between 10 and 12 to do free blood pressure and sugar screening. Of course, they have the lunch and learns continuing, arts and crafts, and 3 days a week is free lunch at the center, and they will provide transportation. So you could also go on their site or stop in the center and get a printed copy of everything going on every month. The health department, I have a meeting tomorrow at 7 o'clock, so I won't have a report until the next meeting, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Councilwoman, because I was chatting with Angel about it before, I had a resident ask about the rabies vaccinations. I believe they're happening on Saturday, right? Is that the
The
date?
19th, right? Yes.
They didn't have that on their, and I even checked for
Oh,
that,
you
so
know
I
what?
thought it was last Saturday.
I could
So
find out
where
right
is-
now.
No, it is the 19th.
It is Saturday
It is
the
definitely-
19th.
We originally, I will say this, I
You're
did
a
tell
lot
Bill.
to play, by the way.
Yeah.
Report.
No, it was, I think that was a compliment. It wasn't on our website originally because I had asked them to
Internet
recheck
is
the
so
date,
bad
to be
here.
honest. The
Right.
fact that it is on, and maybe I discussed this already, but
Right.
when it's on the 19th of October, if it's a vaccination, if a dog gets vaccinated at the clinic and it's a one-year vaccination, come January, we can't register the dog. So there is a little, yeah, it's
The
because of the
following
law.
January, though,
Well,
right?
it
Not the
depends
next
on,
January.
it depends on which
So the dog comes
vaccine
in
you have.
Saturday, they can get renewed on January 1st.
No, that's what I'm saying, it's because the state, so I did talk to the Board of Health and just asked them to, kind of next year when they plan for it, to schedule. If you have a dog that is on a 3-year vaccination, you don't worry about it, you're fine, you can license your dog on that 3rd year. Because the state's laws, you cannot license a dog unless the rabies is good for 10 months of the year, of that current year.
okay.
So it has to go up till Halloween. So that's why I asked them, so yes, so we didn't put it on originally.
So we
but I
should
had pushed back
really
and
be
said,
doing this in
like, push it
January.
out or a little bit, or anytime after November.
Yeah.
January's fine too, but
Oh, I'll
this
bring
year
it
it
up
was.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I did
Okay.
mention it already to Marconi and to Chris,
Okay.
that we had a department meeting. It was just too late by
Yeah.
that time for them to reschedule with the.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart.
Sorry, so.
Yeah. I'll
That's why
just-
it wasn't on there originally. We were hoping to change it, and then we
Okay.
forgot to put it on.
And I'll just reiterate, it's October 19th from 9 to 12 at Harding School, 426 Boulevard.
Right here. Thank you, Billy.
Speaking of dates, I just want to remember, Chief, confirm, I was looking through my calendar, next Wednesday, the 23rd, 1 PM is Coffee with a Cop at the Senior Center? Is that correct?
That is correct. We're having, it's an old program that I used to run several years ago. It's to go to certain locations and speak to the public, about all the things that are happening around us right now. We tend to go to the senior center, because it's right in the center of town. We advise the seniors of the types of scams that are affecting the elderly community. And this is something that I haven't done in a while, so I was looking forward to bringing it back. Shirley Maxwell Boyden is hosting it with us, so I'm looking forward to having it. So yes, it's the 23rd at 1 o'clock.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask something too? I saw on Facebook that there's a food collection, but specific items for Thanksgiving dinner, and I thought it was November 2nd.
That is a PBA function.
PBA.
Coinciding with Unico, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yes.
Chris will can elaborate a little bit more on it, but yes, we're going to be doing all this, I believe, right here in our parking lot.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, yes.
Okay.
So let's, November 2nd, is that all right?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Oh, lots of good stuff going on.
We're going to be busy the next 2 weeks.
Okay, anyone else? Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Mayor. A lot of construction projects are finishing up. The 2023 roads are complete, except for some punch list items and some striping that is for Maplewood, Ashwood, and the first 3 streets of Monroe off of North Michigan. 2024 roads, the rest in 5 more intersections of Monroe. The 2 will be paved on Friday, and Monroe will be paved next week.
Great.
I'm sorry, Chris, you said this, in 2 days, we're going to do the rest of Monroe, 5 more?
No,
intersections?
Monroe, next
Next Friday?
next Monday.
Next Monday, we're going to start paving on Monroe at
22nd to like 17th. I believe.
Oh, it's going to go all the way to the school?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
When you say next Monday, you're talking about the 21st or the 28th?
21st.
Okay, so this coming Monday,
This coming
then, right? Okay.
And I'm sorry, when did you say the striping was going to be done?
We're still trying to get them out
Okay, but
there.
that makes sense though, to do it after you got the rest of them.
Well, it's two different contractors. So, the first contractor has to get there and do
So we're
theirs.
going to have first contractor draw lines that go 3 blocks, and then we're going to have another contractor come in to go 5 more from those 3.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
I believe one of the sidewalk is on the agenda for tonight to be approved. We are going to be working with the bidder, I believe is A. Burns, to try to get an estimate to fix the sidewalk that was messed up by the gas company, and try to get
Yes,
estimates from them
good.
to see how much it would cost to
Great.
fix that. And
I apologize, may I? Regarding the gas company, they're still continuing.
Right, we know.
Okay.
But, so we have to address them according to the job.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we're just addressing right now the one job, and then we'll address it after
Yeah,
that.
it's good to be
Yes.
settled.
Yes, it's going to be.
Yeah, there's several potholes all over the road.
Yep.
And lastly, the DPW yard is complete, and they're going to be moving on to the fire department parking lot, and repave that lot.
Great,
That's it.
thank you.
One question, a lot of people complaining about the sidewalk on Monroe, where they're doing the construction that's completely closed. Was there any way it could have been left open, or just no way? Because it forces people like to cross the street, and they gotta cross again, instead of just staying on that side of the street.
I mean, is that the part where there's only like sidewalk on one
No, so
side?
you can't, there
That's the
is,
school project you're talking about.
yeah, I don't know, 14th. Yeah, in the corner of 14th.
Yeah, that's the Board of Ed.
They actually just paid for all the new sidewalks for that project.
Great,
So that should be opening soon?
Like, people should be able to walk on it soon, yeah.
Okay, good.
great. Stars are aligning.
Billy, I don't know if this would be you, I don't think it would be Chris or Greg, but Rich and I were in front of the new fruit place on Sunday, and somebody must have taken a sign out, and they put concrete, like a little ribbon along the curbing, but they left the stub of the sign, the metal, that you could trip over it.
I'll contact the county, it's probably a sign that should still be there, and if not, I'll have them remove the
Yeah,
sign post.
like, a kid or an elderly person,
Yeah.
like Billy, if he's walking over there. Yeah, it's only up about 6 inches, so whatever they took down to do that, now it's a dark gray ribbon of concrete along the curbing. They never put the sign back or cut that off.
Yeah, I'll double check with the Google Maps as to what sign was there years ago.
Yeah.
And then I'll call the county and ask them
Yeah.
to place it, because that's their purview.
Great.
Okay, yeah, it's right there.
What block is it on?
Right in front of the new fruit place.
Okay. By
Yeah, they have a couple little,
It's like a break.
right, a couple of tables are there, and we were sitting at the table, and we noticed it sticking
Okay.
up.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, Borough CFO, Mr. Blum.
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing to report on my end. I just want to wish Angela all the best. It's been a pleasure working with you. We still got a lot to get done before you get out of here.
Right,
so-
we're not letting you go
Not getting all
again.
done on the easy, but you will be missed, and I appreciate all your hard work.
Feeling is mutual.
Thank you.
Ken.
Okay, Borough Attorney.
I just have one short item, also dealing with sidewalks. I know there was correspondence that the borough received from the Turnpike Authority regarding South Michigan Ave and Vernon Avenue, really reiterating their point that that's not their sidewalk, it's not their purview, and I think it dovetails into the gas company's work. But so the authority, and I know the letter was circulated or will be circulated.
I did read it.
So that's really all I have.
Thank you. Borough Administrator.
I just have about 3 or 4 items. Just one note, adopted a new ordinance this past year on limo licenses, which changed the process. All of our limo companies, their licenses don't expire till January, but we did send out letters to all of them letting them know with a copy of the new ordinance and the application, so they have a heads up that it's a different process coming January. So those letters went out this month. Dog licensing, we did a postcard mailing last year. It went out just after the new year. We're going to do the same thing, so we've reached out to the printing company again. It's going to be a similar postcard, just reminding people that their licenses need to be renewed. So those will be going out. Excuse me. We have a bid opening next week, which Christian and I think Tony is running this one, but for the roof replacement project here, that bid opening is next Tuesday, so we did schedule with the anticipation of awarding that bid. We did schedule a special meeting for next Wednesday. It's at 5 o'clock via Zoom. It has been added to the calendar on the website, and the information on logging in is also on the bulletin board, so if people want, just to give them a heads up. So hopefully we can get moving on that project.
And Angela, that was a grant fund.
That is grant money.
It's nothing out of our budget.
It is not, correct. It's the infrastructure. Well, it's a matching grant, so I don't want to totally say, but we did budget for it. It is the infrastructure grant, which has to be used this year, which we got some delays for one reason or another. We were hoping to use a different contractor to bid. So that's kind of our crunch time constraint now. But yes, and then hopefully if they come in low enough, we'll be able to do a few other projects in Borough Hall with that money, if there's money left over. So, and then the only other thing, just a reminder, who doesn't know, but the election is November 5th. So prior to our next formal meeting, registration deadline did just pass this week, but if anyone needs a mail-in ballot, we do have applications in the office. People are coming in a lot. They can also get it on the website or on the county website, so just a reminder.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there a motion to accept and approve borough reports?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Fenestrella, seconded by Councilman Boyle. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have 4 ordinances for final adoption tonight. There's ordinance 2024-17, which was introduced on September 18th, 2024. Ordinance adopting amendments to Chapter 142, Peace and Good Order, to Article 4, Camping.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2024-17?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella. Was that right? All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please come forward and state your name and address. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public hearing and adopt ordinance 2024-17?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Fenestrella, seconded by Councilman Morrow. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
No.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-17 has been adopted. Ordinance 2024-18, introduced on September 18, 2024. Ordinance adopting amendments to Chapter 150, Property Maintenance of the Municipal Code of the Borough of Kenilworth to establish Article 6, Privately Owned Salt Storage of Chapter 150 of the Municipal Code of the Borough of Kenilworth.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2024-18?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Scurries. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please come forward and state your name and address. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public hearing and adopt ordinance 2024-18?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Scurries. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-18 has been adopted. Ordinance 2024-19, introduced on September 18, 2024. Ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 37, Personnel Policies, Part 2, Policies and Procedures of the Code of the Borough of Kenilworth.
Okay, is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2024-19?
Motion.
Motion made by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno, seconded by Councilman Morrow. All in favor? Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance? On this ordinance only, please come forward and state your name and address. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public hearing and adopt ordinance 2024-19?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Finestrella. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-19 has been adopted. Ordinance 2024-21, introduced on October 2nd, 2024. Ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 39, Police Department, Section 8, Selection of Chief, and Section 9, Appointment of New Officers, to the Municipal Code of the Borough of Kenilworth.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2024-21?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Finestrella, seconded by Councilman Scurries. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please come forward, state your name and address. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public hearing and adopt ordinance 2024-21?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-21 has been adopted.
Okay, Resolution 2024-220, authorizing the roof restoration project at Borough Hall pursuant to New Jersey State
Wait.
Corp.
I think I have a mistake. Thank you, say such nice things. That gets pulled up, sorry.
Okay.
It's the section right below, is this one.
So we're not doing this
Yeah.
resolution? Okay. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda excluding resolution?
Sorry.
Oh,
What happened here?
Can I go back to 21 for a second?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
If Savino had to abstain on the last introduction, why wouldn't he have to for this one?
good question.
And we all look to you.
21 was the
Once he
police.
had abstained for the last one, why wouldn't he do it now? Otherwise,
It's up to the attorney. Does it matter? Okay.
I just,
I
it
don't
doesn't,
know the reason for the abstention the first time.
My son's on the force, so there was nothing.
so I don't know if that would be a problem.
He abstained on the introduction.
Second abstaining.
Yeah, I think that's the
We
more.
have to vote separately, though. Right?
Well, you can abstain. It doesn't have to be separate.
So all you have to do is follow suit to what you did the last time.
That's what's coming on now, right?
That's how you amend the vote.
I vote
Can we just change on the record that he is abstaining from that vote?
Yeah, just so there's no,
Just make it, I would say, make the comment on the record now, Councilman, if you don't mind, that you are.
What was the number then?
2024-21.
I'd like to change my vote on ordinance 2024-21 to abstention.
Okay, so it's here. I'm going to note.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
second,
Motion made by Councilman Boyle, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
The consent agenda consists of resolutions 2024-224 through 2024-234. These resolutions will be approved by one motion. All items will be reported individually in full in the minutes. Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Scarice.
Yes.
Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-235, authorizing the agreement with Point C for health reimbursement arrangement services?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Finestrella, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Scarice.
Yes.
Is there a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Finestrella, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say for the good and well-being of Kenilworth? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening, everyone. Rich Paserno, 241 Big 2 Avenue. I just came up tonight primarily to wish Angela a great farewell and good luck on your new journey. And thank you for everything you've done in helping our planning board and council here through your time here. So I wish you a great journey.
Thank you so much.
again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I just wanted to discuss the letter. I don't know if everyone had a chance to look at that letter from the Turnpike, but I think we should move to have that sidewalk fixed. It's really in bad shape. We're aware of it. I'm not sure, if when funds become available, we could put that on the list. I think is everyone in agreement with that?
Are there any emergency funds? Because if it's in bad shape, we're all on notice.
Right, it's in really bad shape over there.
How much does it cost to put down 30 pieces?
I don't know. I can't, it's not my wheelhouse. Line out of your playbook there.
Chris, what do you
I like
think?
it.
I can try to price it out.
Give us an estimate to fix that sidewalk over there.
It's only about 3 squares, right? It's not
I think there's
the whole
3 on
side.
one side and 3 on the other.
So, 6 squares.
6 squares, how much would that cost?
Is it possible, our DPW can't, that's not something we can do, is it? Sorry, Greg. I'll take that as a no.
I could, yes, me personally. I would have to see if any of my guys, this has never been a topic of conversation.
Right.
So I have to see if any of my guys had any of that experience in that field.
I would be.
It's a possibility.
Well,
Is it the kind, and I don't, with all due respect, like if you're worried about any liability issues, is it
It's now
better
on
to
us.
have a
That's what I
company
was just
who's
gonna
got
say.
that insurance?
I forget I
behind it?
asked.
So
Thanks.
That's my only concern.
Because even
Okay.
the liability of taking it
Yeah.
out, moving it.
So we'll get an estimate for, just to replace it and see if we can fit it in the budget somewhere.
Yeah,
All right, great.
not having looked at your insurance, I mean, I would assume if it's something in the normal course, the borough's insurance would cover it, but to your point, hiring a contractor that 100% has all of the insurance in place is probably more prudent.
Right.
Okay.
Where exactly are we talking? I mean, I'm looking, and I walked with the.
I'll show you.
Actually, you're saying that we can't do it ourselves, so we have to have a professional.
Well, we don't have to,
That
but
licensed, insured licensed individual.
here.
We just mix up some cement.
Yeah, but where
Well,
is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because I just walked it and it's not cracked. I'll tell you, it's cracked after,
But now we're gonna own that.
after the parkway.
It's cracked.
On that right side, it's
Yeah,
a mess.
It's a bad, yeah.
We need permission from the, isn't it the Parkway? Why was he permit?
No,
They're all the same?
we don't need
Same,
permission.
yeah.
Basically, if you read the letter, they're pretty much saying, like, have at it. Like, we're not doing it, and, if you want to do it, go ahead.
Have fun.
All right, I would, is there anything else that anyone else would like to discuss?
Sure. My venture through the town, I frequent the convenience store, the old Kenilworth Fresh Market, which is now going to be the City Market. It's coming along rather nicely. They redid the whole interior.
Beautiful. I heard that.
It's gorgeous. It's all new shelves.
Yeah.
It's just amazing what they did.
I stopped in there last night on my way back from the school board meeting. I mean, they're getting ready to put down a new floor, but the products are fresh, a lot of organic stuff, and I've heard scuttlebutt about it being, it's more expensive, but the quality is night and day. I would definitely go there and shop for more things. You can't compare it to what it was. It's almost like a mini Whole Foods kind of look.
Yeah, the meats
And
are
I
beautiful.
think it's great.
Yeah, the meats.
It's great.
Yeah,
They even have an ATM machine, so.
yeah.
I actually think the prices went down with the new management. So,
Yeah, they're doing something to the back, I think, yeah.
Great.
I mean, it was impeccable, and they're open from 7 to 9.
Great.
And I also noticed just today on the corner 21st on the Boulevard, used to be Le Rendezvous, is going to be a cigar
Cigar
shop.
shop.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Interesting.
not mine.
proper ventilation.
Well, I don't know if they're going to smoke them in there. They might just be selling them.
But
I don't know.
Lounges. It's like a new thing.
Yeah, cigar lounge.
So there's a lot of diversity. We got a juice place, we got
Yeah.
cigar.
That's a great, we had Sunday, the fruit bowl. I mean,
Delicious.
It was delicious.
The fish, pet fish store on the corner,
Yeah.
your Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
We're starting to get really diversifying.
Let's remember yourself, it's a pet fish.
Pet fish.
Yes, not a fish market. There's no dinner, you're not getting dinner there. All right. Well, with that note, I'd like to wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween. Oh, sure.
One thing,
Sure.
everybody has been saying it, I want to say it too. Angela, thank
Yeah,
you for
great.
everything. For the last year, 2 years now, you've coached me on so many things behind the scenes, like Linda was saying, nobody knows what's going on. There's so much I learned from you over the last year and 10 months, and I feel like there was just so much more I could have gotten out of you. I'm glad to have been sitting with you for this long, and I think Ken said it perfectly. You're not done with us yet. There's still a lot to do. But I agree with 100% of what Mayor Karlovic had noted at the beginning, and just thank you for everything.
Same here, I concur.
Okay. And on that note, I do plan on nominating, I did spend all day yesterday with Angela interviewing, and I do hope to put a nomination on the agenda for our next meeting, which I think is the 23rd,
The
right?
special meeting, yeah.
Yes.
Wednesday,
So-
that was it.
Great, yeah, and I want to say, I mean, I've only been back in the fold
Over
since
Zoom.
January,
Well,
but
I just want to remind.
you've been very
sorry.
helpful, knowledgeable, accessible, and all I could say is it's great to travel, but it's great to go home, isn't it? So I wish you well, and I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you for what you did for Kenilworth.
Yes.
We all know it was a tumultuous time, and you kind of stayed the course, and we appreciate it.
Yep,
Thank
absolutely.
you. I mean, there's nothing much more to say, except I really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity, honestly. I feel like I've grown over the past 2 years significantly. I've learned a lot of new things from a lot of different people. I really appreciate the passion everyone feels. I said it, and I mean it honestly, for their community. People born and bred, we all feel that way about where we are from, and I think that's the heart of this community, and it's nice, and it's great to see that passion. People care. So I hope that it's true that I've done something good and left it a little better
Sure.
than when I got here. And I feel that I'm better than when I got here, so thank you. Thank you
great.
all. Yeah.
Excellent,
Thanks.
thank you. I just want to remind everyone that our meeting next week will be over Zoom at 5 PM, so everyone's aware. Okay. I'd like a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Finestrella, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. All in favor?
Aye.
We go in like spurts. You two, then you two. Once in a while, Pat jumps in.